And therefore, today too, since we are living in a democracy, people from the north who wish should not be bound by that slogan.
By which slogan, my lord?
One north, one people, one destiny.
They were never bound by it.
Today too, people, since we are living in a democratic environment, people have the right to choose whether to be bound by that slogan. Is that true?
I don't understand what you mean bound.
You understand perfectly. You are a lawyer like myself, sir.
Yes, because the question does not arise.
Today, in today's political setting, Nigeria is a democracy. People who hitherto had belonged to northern Nigeria through the accident of history and who choose will not be bound by one north, one people, one destiny. Am I right?
You are wrong, because ever before they themselves were not bound. They were never bound before, neither are they bound now.
So why am I wrong? It's still a continuation.
I didn't say you are wrong because I didn't understand what question you're asking me. It's as if they were in the past bound, and now they are free. They were never bound. And as of today, they are not bound. You are free.
Sorry, sir. In your evidence in chief the other day, you were asked, and you did mention the Middlebelt. And you say that officers from the Middlebelt, the Middlebelt has no right to complain because they have been compensated, etc., etc.
I have never remembered saying any such thing.
But did you mention the Middlebelt?
I did mention the Middlebelt as part of the regions in which there were demands for the creation of state, which was given recognition as part of the Minorities Wellings Commission. They were given the recognition when 12 states were created. They became, those vociferous Middlebelt in the north became Benue Plateau State. And today they are Benue State or Plateau State.
Today, sir, you said the Willings Commission. Do you have a copy of the Willings Commission to prove what you are saying right now? That they were given recognition.
Pardon me?
Do you have a copy of the Willings Commission of 1958 to prove
I don't have.
Take a look at this one, which is a certified true copy.
I thought we've tendered it.
Yes, sir. My lord, yes. I applied to tender it as an exhibit. Look at page 104.
No, first of all, has it been tendered?
No, sir.
I want to tender it now.
I applied to tender it now. Right. Certified true copy of the Willings Commission of 1958.
87.
Yes. Where they mark minority areas. Show me anywhere that the right of the Middlebelt agitators was recognized, because they recognized others.
That was not what I said.
What did you say?
Exactly. I will repeat what I said.
He mentioned the Willings Commission, that they recognized the rights of the Middlebelters.
What page of exhibit?
Page 104, sir.
104?
Yes.
Yes. Yes, minority areas. Yes.
What's the question?
Yes.
Page 104. Wanting to read it?
Throughout the report, that is under minority areas, recognition was deliberately not given to the Middlebelt agitators, but was given to other minorities. Calabar, Western region, Midwestern region, etc., etc.
There was no Calabar State, my lordship.
No. Areas from Calabar, I may not be very accurate. The report is there.
Why not ask him to read it? We listen.
My lord, I'm sorry. I have another
107,
report.
104.
Page 104
yes.
to the end, which deals with minority areas.
Yes.
The Middlebelt was not mentioned. Am I right?
You may be right.
Did you send a memo to Willings?
My lord?
Did you send a memo to Willings?
Whether we sent a
memorandum?
No, my lord, we want to know the truth. We are talking about Middlebelt agitations, and I believe the commission will be interested in knowing, because the Willings Commission appears in their own response. So the commission would have interest in knowing what the Willings Commission decided.
The question from the chairman is that these areas whom you are claiming have been excluded in the report, did they make submissions to the Willings Commission?
Sorry, Council.
Yes, my lord. They made submissions. They are there.
Let me help you.
The submissions
Yes,
the Middlebelt
yes,
people made are there.
They made submissions.
Yes.
I don't remember the details now, but
They
at
are
least
there, sir.
I remember reading the Willings Commission report. I think, with hindsight, what is said about the minority agitations in the North was something like this. Whereas it granted some concessions to minorities in the South, it argued that the problems of the minorities in the North would be dealt with by the then Northern Regional Government. With hindsight, you might argue whether that was the right decision or not, but my memory of the report was that it was, at the end of the day, left to the Northern Regional Government to deal with. I think that's...
In other words, it was left untouched, and that
Yes.
is what I want to extract from him. Other regions had their own matters tackled, but the Willings Commission refused to tackle the issue of the Middlebelt. That is why today we are still talking about it. Is that not so from that report?
It is not so.
Show me where they tackled the issue of
I will not show you. I have reports that will show you that the minorities, the TIF, the people in Plateau made submissions to Willings Commission. Willings did made recommendations. And what I was adverting to in our submission was that the creation of 12 states rather than regions gave recognition to the political entity of the minorities of northern region. So you had Benue Plateau, you had Kwara as a state, as opposed to regions.
All right. The late Sir Ahmadu Bello, whom we respect, was the premier of the northern region.
He was democratically elected.
Yes, of course. October 1, 1954. Take a look at this book. He said, My Life. It was published in 1962 by Alhaji Sir Ahmadu Bello.
Yes.
I applied to tender it as an exhibit. Page 215.
$215, yes.
My Life
Yes.
by Sir Ahmadu Bello.
Yes.
Read the underlined portion.
All the
I have
underlined,
applied to tender it, sir. Let them mark it.
the whole page is underlined.
Yes, it's relevant to our case.
You wish that I read all?
215.
Or from where?
Exhibit 88.
Yes, from where they take it, the most embarrassing
Yes,
commission.
right.
Most embarrassing. Pages 215 to 216.
I read as follows. The most embarrassing commission was the one on the minorities.
Yeah.
This wandered round the country listening patiently to scores upon scores of people who thought, for one person or another, for one reason or another, that their area should be carved out of the region in which it then lay, claiming that they did not get a fair deal from the party in power in the region. There were three groups which made the most noise. Two of these were in the other regions and need not concern us.
Yeah.
But the third was the group advocating the so-called Middlebelt, a long slice of country running along both sides of the River Niger and Benue, with an extension to cover the plateau and southern Zaria.
Yeah.
Apart from the fact that it would be physically difficult, if not impossible, to administer such a peculiarly shaped area, there was nothing to show that the various people making up this group would in fact agree amongst each other if they found themselves involved in a new region. It would be only too likely that further fragmentation would ensure fairly soon after such an arrangement had been made.
Okay, in order to cut a long story short, go to the page 216, the last paragraph underlined. From the commission produced, that is the Willings Commission.
The commission produced a very lengthy report of which the northern section occupied about 1/3 of its volume.
Yes.
They made some suggestions about the eastern and western regions, which are only just being implemented, but agreed that the north should be left as it was.
Yeah.
They did not accept the proposals put forward to constitute a Middlebelt region and were against any interference with our boundaries. We therefore had no reason to complain of their findings. Since then, the whole agitation has died away into a few infrequent rumblings on the horizons of the Tiv Division and the Birom country of the High Plateau.
So from this book written by the Premier of the Northern Region himself, the Willings Commission did not attend to the agitations of the Middlebelt region.
It attended to it.
From this, what we read,
He attended to it and make recommendations.
that we are dismissing
You
your
may-
case,
you may not agree
go
with
ahead and be existing, while other regions.
That was their recommendation. You are
Thank you.
entitled to fault it, Your Lordship, but that is their recommendation. They attended, they listened to them, and they made a recommendation.
Would
You
you
may not
agree-
agree with it.
Would you agree with the suggestion that the Middle Belt is a creation of the Southern media?
I beg.